I'm
Welcome
waiting
to
for
Too
that
Many
return.
Co-hosts. I'm your co-host, Dallas Outsider, and here we have our co-host Gypsy,
Yep.
our co-host. Wait, who's this? Oh, Tony.
Funny. Jeez, come on.
He's just
Great
sticking his
start.
head.
Great start.
Our co-host Ashley.
Hey.
Our co-host Riley. Gee Willikers.
Gee willikers.
You know what you need to do, Dallas? You need to insert the
Oh, yeah,
isolated
the
voice line we
wave.
have of him
Yes.
just saying "Gee willikers."
I'll do that. Yeah. And our co-host Anthony.
Bonjour.
Another co-host chairman. Hello.
Hey,
I guess
I'm a
they're
chair
both
and a
puppets.
man.
I guess they're both gonna be puppets tonight.
You're gonna have to vary your voice a little bit more. One high pitched and one
Oh
low.
yeah, he's super low. Like,
Okay.
hello, hi. I'm drinking whiskey right now. It's very
It's
fine
kind of
right now.
it's kind of a hush, like hi.
It's like
Yeah,
very
you're
almost
Whiskey.
almost ASMR.
Like,
Yeah,
I got
yes.
whiskey here for you today.
Yeah. And our new co-host. Shit. Sorry, I'm gotta look at your name quickly.
Emilio.
What?
Amelia. Yeah.
Hi,
Amelia.
hello. First time, long time.
Yeah.
Yes. Long time no see.
Glad to be here. And yes, it is Emilio, like Emilio Estevez, the actor.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Emilio, anyone ever do that to you?
Too many times, yes.
Yeah.
They did it before I actually watched Night at the Roxbury.
That makes sense. I used to get because my name's John, so I used to get John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith because I used to hang out with a kid named Jacob, and that made me stop hanging out with that kid, which is kind of shitty. But like we were in like second grade, and I just couldn't handle it.
I hate to say it, but that was what my mind first went to.
Oh yeah, it is. Now I'm like an adult, and I'm just like, who cares? But like as a kid, that's like fuck. That's the most annoying thing.
Oh, you don't
Yeah.
know how many nicknames I get from my name.
Oh yeah, why?
'Cause there's like Dallas Texas, Dallas Stars, Dallas Cowboys,
Dallas
all
Fort
of that.
Worth.
Yeah.
Anyone else get funny slight bullying off of their names?
Yes. I grew
All the
up
time.
in the early 80s. Well, we in Canada, we had anime much before you guys had it in the US because we had the French translation from France. And there was this one called Candy set in the, I don't know, Victorian era, 1800 something. It's about an orphan girl named Candy who falls in love with a prince whose name is Anthony. So all the guys wanted to beat me up because all the girls love Prince Anthony. So all the girls wanted to talk to me because I had the name of the prince, and all the guys hated me and wanted to beat me up. So, and I still hear that 40 years later. I still get that Prince Anthony. No, fuck no.
They hate us because they ain't
That would
us.
be unfortunate.
Exactly. Yeah, since my name is Emilio, I've gotten Elmo a ton. I've gotten Emily.
Have you ever gotten Elliot?
A few times. That one didn't affect me too much. I've gotten Millicent once. That was the weirdest one.
That's a weird one.
I think they were out of names.
Maybe they thought it was Millie or something. I don't know. But my last name, my maiden last name, it was really similar to Delio. And everyone always be like, "What's the Delio?" If you remember that song from a million years ago. Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah,
it sounds
people
kind
still
of
do
fun.
it.
Emilio Delio, that would have been nice.
Yeah, that sounds kind of fun.
What's the dealio, Emilio?
Yeah, that's your next podcast.
There you go.
Putting out ideas.
There you go. You've got your title. Now find your show.
Next.
Let me get my notepad out.
What's the dealio, Emilio?
All right, last but not least, Tony. What about you? You ever on the getting bullied train?
For your name or anything? Oh,
He's just shivering. He's
he's
just
gone.
I wasn't ever bullied for my name, although my brother has called me Toenail before.
Ooh.
Toenail. Oh, I did got that one. I got Tony the Tiger. I
Oh,
got all the
okay.
Tony.
Now,
Tony
okay, I can see
Tiger.
how that plays. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. At last episode must have been very triggering for you then.
Sure for his brother.
45 minutes talking about toenails.
Listen, I blocked that from my memory, thankfully, and so it didn't
What
bother me.
episode?
It's all hitting
Yeah.
him right now.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I wonder because like you seem like a younger guy, so I feel like you would have missed the boat on the Tony Soprano era, where
Mm,
like because I feel like that would have been like the cool, like
that would have been a
whatever
cool
few
one.
years before.
Or
Yeah, I
Fat
was in
Tony
college when
from
The
The
Simpsons
Simpsons.
started, so I had Fat Tony a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about
That's
that.
not a good one.
I wasn't fat. I was like 150 pounds. I'm 5'10", 150 pounds back then. I was a twig, and people were calling me Fat Tony.
It's like one of those things where they call like the tall guy tiny or whatever. Like it's just one of
Exactly.
those.
Yeah. I have a cousin, and his name is we call him Lil John because we have
Yeah.
we already have a
Okay.
no, it's not that Little John. But because we already have a John in the family, we call him Little John because he's younger, but he's clearly like 6'6".
That is
So he's not that
huge.
little. But yeah,
That's tall.
that's a funny nickname.
I used to have that nickname for a few because go figure. John's a bit of a common name.
Yeah,
And,
which is why they call like unidentified bodies John Doe.
yeah.
Where does the dope come from, though?
Those nuts. I don't know.
I knew someone was going to say something like that.
I hate how much that affected me.
It's
So
just you line them up and I'll knock them down. I don't know. I think Doe used to be a common last name. Not less so these days. I feel like. I feel like
Maybe
Jane
it's
isn't as
just like
popular as it
Doe.
used to be either.
No, Jane's not very popular. You think it'd be like John Smith now or something? Would be instead of John Doe, but I guess
think
it's
they
just
use-
stuck now.
They use John Smith as like an example name when like
Yes, they do that.
for like default names and stuff now, not for like dead
Yeah.
bodies, but more for alive bodies kind of thing.
Or like forms or anything.
Yeah,
That's what
for
they.
forms. Yeah,
You know,
Make it
live bodies are
sound
just called people, Dallas.
No, not necessarily. It could
Hold
just
it.
be like a zombie that like
Yeah.
is animated.
Yeah,
Well, that's more of an undead one, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah. There's
Maybe.
alive, and then there's dead, and then there's undead. So
it's like a third category, I guess. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
you're right. You're right.
Third
wonder if there's a science
evolutionary
behind
line.
uh,
if they have like a
A sci-
category about undead.
I
people,
wonder.
like
Like,
something
Not
it's
that
just-
I know of.
It's not actually based on like. I mean, I don't know. There's that
top 10 secrets scientists are trying to hide from us.
number 10.
Like I think the whole zombie thing started because there was like some kind of disease or parasite that would attack the brain, and I think it started like in the Caribbean, and it would turn people kind of catatonic in that way. That's where like the legend sort of started. I think a long time ago, but no, not as far as
I remember
I'm
a
aware.
while ago one guy took bath salts and then just wouldn't. I think he tried to eat a guy while he
Yeah,
was
Why
on
it's
does
bath
the
salts.
word Florida pop up in my mind?
I'm
wasn't pretty
100%
sure it was in
sure it
Florida.
was in Florida. I think that's where
Checks
the
out.
term Florida man came from, was from the guy eating bath salts.
Florida Man has always been there, but that was the first time
Yeah.
he really hit the center stage.
have-
He's like, all right,
Yeah,
now
it's the
we're
first
going
time
back
it's
to Florida
been.
Man.
I think it was like the first time it was like actually memed.
There was I don't know if any of you guys have ever done it, but there's a funny little idea of like, hey, if you want to find a funny Florida Man story, Google the word Florida Man and then Google like whatever your birthday is, and you'll find like a unique, fun
Oh
story.
yes, yes, yeah. I've done it before. I can't remember
Gotta
what it
try
was.
that.
All right.
Florida man. September.
Don't tell your date of birth.
Okay. I
Yeah,
said
don't-
okay. I just said
Dallas talks
September.
himself. Well,
One step
So we got a couple
closer
of
to
days to narrow it down.
Dallas.
the
Yeah.
thing is too, like if you say what the article title is, people are just
Is it just
Right.
is it just month and date and that's it?
yeah, usually yeah. You might have to put it in like quotations.
Okay, I'm just gonna click on the first thing. It's from Twitter.
Well, the most reputable sources.
I just
Oh,
looked up
yeah.
mine too. It's great.
That's
Classic.
Florida
Oh,
Man
no, that doesn't.
headlines.
Okay.
Florida man accused of killing iguana tried to use the stand your ground law. Judge says no.
Wait,
It-
is there actual criminal penalties for shooting an iguana?
It must be an endangered iguana or something.
It wasn't
Florida's got
dangerous.
some
Florida
weird
man
laws.
was
I
nearby.
think I've got you beat. Florida man charged with incest after having baby with stepbrother.
Yeah, that,
Oh no.
Wait,
My-
step brother?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have questions too.
I don't know, man. Mine says Florida man with no arms charged with stabbing man with scissors.
That's the best one.
okay.
You
This
can
thought-
use your mouth though.
2020. Florida man bit elderly man's ear, attempted to stab him with broken glass.
I like the second one better. Florida man takes date on
My-
police chase.
Oh,
That sounds
here's
like a
one
fun
from
time.
here's one
Yeah.
from 2019. This is relevant to Mother's Day. Florida man arrested, accusing of hitting mom on the head with corn cob.
Wow, that's really weird.
That's
'Cause
weird.
I had corn on the cob for supper.
Yep.
Was it?
Here's
It was
one.
actually on the cob because that's the best kind.
It was on the cob,
It is on
Good.
it's the best kind.
so I could recreate that moment tonight.
Um,
Mom, I need to hit you with.
Well, she'll just
reviews.
have to accuse me of it. So
I
True.
got Florida man arrested for attacking daughter with pizza after she didn't she didn't want to eat with him. Okay.
she attacked him with a
A little extreme. Pizza.
Cause of death, pizza fight.
Weaponizing food here. This one
This is
says
what you
Florida
call
man's
biological.
right, biological. This one says Florida man sprays women with roach spray, breaks out nunchucks over loud music.
Classic.
That guy sounds badass.
Nunchucks and roach spray. I mean, sounds like a good
Plastic
time.
attack of nunchucks and roastery. Yeah.
Here's
Florida
another
man
one.
threw
That guy
infant
goes
at
hard.
officers during arrest.
What was
Yeah.
yours, Emilio?
Florida man 72 tries to mow down neighbor with tractor during dispute.
This
You never
is how
lose
I'm
that
gonna
spirit in Florida.
You know the best part about like those type of things are you know it's just like the dumbest dispute ever. Like it's never actually anything like serious. Like
Right.
oh you
You
know
took my
you
candy.
attacked my daughter or something. It's like hey you know your dog keeps shitting on my side of like the line or whatever. Just like the dumbest shit that doesn't matter.
It
Yeah.
gets elevated.
Isn't there like a whole like show on a channel that's about like neighbor disputes on that Investigation Discovery channel?
Is there?
Yeah, there is.
Fear thy neighbor.
There might be a couple. It's just
Oh,
about neighborly disputes.
That
Next
sounds
week,
like
I'm going to come to you guys with a bunch of stories. This is going to become my new obsession.
that sounds like a type of thing that would exist like for everyone to hyperfixate on.
Does anyone had a okay? So let's get into that topic then. Does anyone have a crazy neighbor story they want to talk about?
The one to talk about is the key point here.
Well, there's this one time this neighbor tried to run me over with a tractor. That was kind of weird.
It was when I was in Florida at the time.
At our last apartment that we were at when we were still down in Houston, there were 3 fights that happened outside of the apartment building that we were in, and then there was one. You could call it a drive-by, but like they were on foot inside the apartment complex.
It was a walk by.
Yeah, it was a walk by.
Walk-in shooting. Walk-in.
Sounds like my first apartment complex.
Yeah,
Stuff.
I heard it. My wife thought it was just fireworks going off. I was like, no, that's gunshots. I was way too close. And then when we told the front office about it, they didn't really do anything. They like knocked on the door. Nobody answered for a little bit, and they said, "Well, they'll call the police."
You were the old college try.
Yeah.
Well, I've done all
Terrible.
I could do.
Yeah. I done absolutely nothing, and I'm all out of ideas.
Oh, knocked on that door. Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, I don't know what to do anymore.
What's that
Pretty
one?
much.
What's that one Sailor Moon meme where like the
is this?
the villain's like,
you haven't done anything, and then he flips his coat and flies off.
My work here is done.
I don't. Well, I've had shitty neighbors, but I don't have horrible neighbor stories. And you know what they say: if you can't spot the sucker, then you are. So I think it's the same thing for me. If you can't spot the bad neighbor, but maybe you are, and I have been a bad neighbor in some occasions. And,
a good neighbor.
I don't drink anymore. I stopped drinking when my kids were born, but before, when I was in college, I was a really ugly drunk, really, and I was often trying to open the wrong door when I came home.
Oh no!
The wrong apartment door.
Oh no!
So
I've been there.
Yeah.
It happened to me a lot. So I'm kind of glad that I stopped drinking. But like I said, I didn't have bad neighbors. I was the bad neighbor. So if any of my neighbors from 30 years ago are listening, I'm sorry. And
we're gonna have to get them on. So
I try now to be a good model neighbor, seriously. But I live in a small town. You know the kind of town where the main street has the same name as the town. That's the kind of town I live in. So
I like those towns.
Yeah, exactly. I live in a really quiet street. There's like in the street I live, there's like maybe 12 houses, and all are senior citizens. So I'm the youngest. At 48, I'm the youngest living on the street. So it's really, really quiet. It's really nice place to live. Nothing happens here, but in my case, it's perfect. The big town is about 30 minutes away, so you're not.
Oh, that's
too
good.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're close from and we have a Walmart nearby, about 15 minutes away. So you got everything you want.
Yeah. So without drinking, your neighbors try to go into your house just because they're so old.
Now you have the opposite problem.
Open the washroom door.
Well,
Let me in.
They're really friendly. I mean, it's Canada, so we don't lock our doors here. Most people don't lock their doors in Canada. Well, at least not
what's
here.
that like?
Well, I have a neighbor. I have a neighbor who invites himself a lot inside the house. So he just comes in like Kramer on Seinfeld. Just comes in. So
it's 3 a.m.
No, that's fine.
I'd be like, absolutely not. I would just die.
No, it's kind of they all know that I have autistic children, so most people don't do that. But he's an elderly gentleman and he needs help a lot, so he comes in and you have this, you have that. Can you help me out? So yeah.
Kind of had a similar situation around where my grandparents live. My uncle had like a childhood friend, and he was so like he would come over so many times that sometimes he'll just like walk on over by himself, like just on a random time. And then like my grandparents would be like, "Oh hey, Drew, we have pop in the counter, stuff for sandwiches in the fridge, So he's very welcomed, and yeah, that's
pretty
why
nice.
That's why we unlock our doors.
I can't imagine what that's like.
Well, it's definitely in good areas where we unlock it. Definitely not in the others. There's a certain side where it's a little bit more.
Yeah, living in Montreal, I wouldn't do that. But here in the suburbs, no. Cars are the same thing. I don't lock my car doors ever, and never got a car stolen or
Did you know that in I believe it's in I can't remember if it's in Winnipeg or if it's like all of Manitoba, but you can't lock your doors during the winter time because in case of polar bears try to chase people and they need a place to hide.
Any kind of wildlife,
the nearest car to get in.
Jesus.
It's true. It's actually true.
Yeah, yes. It is in the northern parts of the country, Manitoba, Saskatchewan,
Hmm.
Alberta.
That sounds scary.
Those damn polar bears.
There was
Yeah.
one in the area here last week that got shot down, and nobody knows how the hell he got here. I mean, it
Mhm.
is cold in the winter, but right now it's summertime practically.
Mhm.
But about maybe a couple of hours away, that they
Wow.
found a polar bear in the
Oh.
backyard, and they had to call the cops, and they had to put it down because
Hmm.
you can't have
Oh
a polar bear
no,
in town.
Winnie
Yeah,
the
Well, yeah,
Pooh's
I mean, especially
cousin.
with a bunch of old people.
whose
Like,
cousin?
Yeah.
Oh bother.
Yeah. Polar bears are pretty dangerous
Well,
and would
right
not
now they are
recommend.
because they're desperate. Their food
Desperate
source
for
is
food and
gone.
stuff.
Their
Yeah.
environment is gone, so they're desperate. Yes, they are.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You took my home. I take yours.
Yep.
Can I
Yeah.
just say
Me all
for
your
everyone who's
Coca-Cola.
was looking up Florida Man, uh, maybe in the U.S. you guys don't know that, but I'm pretty sure Dallas knows that. There's the inverse here in Canada. Crimes that are not crimes that are so mild, so tame
Oh
that
yeah,
it's
like
kind of like
wholesome crimes.
exactly. So you go to a site called Scan BC, where it's a guy who has a police scanner and he just types down what the police scanner says, and things like a report of a moose in a swimming pool or
What?
stuff like that. Really, things that are the opposite of Florida Man. That just people call 911 for the dumbest shit. Really, the stupidest thing. So you guys should look it up.
That
Like you
sounds
said.
nicer.
Moose
It
man.
is fun. It is fun. And it's less depressing than knowing that you
Yeah.
live in the same world as Florida Man.
At least you live farther away.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm only a couple of state lines away from Florida Man.
I'm like
Careful.
24 hours, so it's fine. We're good.
Florida man,
Florida man might find you.
he's not stopped by state lines.
Right. He has a
Emilio.
car.
You can
Florida
take the
man
man out
will
of Florida, but you can't take the Florida out of the man.
How's that one meme go? The odds of getting attacked by a bear are never zero. Are not high, but they're never zero.
0, yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is with me in Florida, man. He won't get
What
me.
if it's
Maybe.
wait,
I'm going to make
Sure.
a shirt like that, I think. Florida
the
man
chances
shirt.
of being attacked by Florida man is not high, but it's never zero.
Never 0.
Yeah.
Wait,
They
it's
will
Florida Man who's holding the two shucks of corn. on
Corn,
the t-shirt.
exactly.
There you go.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. That should be the thumbnail then. Just a Florida man holding 2 shucks of corn.
But he's got to say the line that we said earlier off camera. What was it? It was like every season is corn season or some shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Corn
I don't
time is
remember it all.
time. Corn time is all the time. I'll look
Yeah.
back to it in recording.
You gotta get a corny meal. Nice corn starches the very morning. I failed that so badly.
I don't even know where that was
No.
going.
I don't know either.
Let's be honest. Their best
A
album was
nice
Follow
cob
the Leader.
starches the morning.
Was what?
Said Follow the Leader.
The best of them. Corn.
What
Their
leader?
band.
Yeah. Unless with a K. Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Actually,
They like to be edgy.
yeah, I do like that album actually.
Yeah,
I've seen Corn. They're pretty good.
So you've seen them live?
I've seen them live.
What
They
the
opened for Rammstein in
Nice.
Vegas. That was pretty good.
I see a lot of corn on the side of the road.
Same.
Ah,
Eh.
is corn on the cob, or is the cob on the corn?
They have a song called Children of the Corn, which is based on the one novel, so maybe that'll help illuminate things. I don't know.
I'll see clearly.
So so our next topic here is embarrassing things we've done in our lives. Does anyone want to start with something that happened to them that they want to talk about that was deeply embarrassing to you?
I got a great one. Okay, so you know how sometimes you might mix up like you're thinking of two different phrases in your head and you mix them up. If you've ever
Mhm.
done that. Okay, so I had a situation like that. So there's a girl being annoying, and the context of this is it's like elementary school, like probably about middle of elementary school, so like third grade, second grade, fourth grade, somewhere around there. Um, and so she's being annoying, and I wanted her to shut up. So one of the phrases I wanted to say was "kiss my ass," but I was like, I probably can't say that because ass, like, oh, I'm gonna get yelled at. So the other one was gonna be bite me. So instead, I yelled out "kiss me," and I was like,
Oh,
I was
Oh
like,
no!
no,
No!
no, no,
Oh
No.
no!
no. It's like,
And that's how you
no.
met your wife.
yeah,
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's
Um,
terrible.
I
Yeah.
I have secondhand embarrassment from that.
I
go
still
ahead.
yeah.
have secondhand embarrassment, and I already have firsthand embarrassment. It seeps over into the secondhand.
I'm curious to how she responded to
Yeah, I don't
that.
even remember at the time. I think I don't think
He
anything
probably
really.
just ran away.
He blacked
Yeah.
out from what he said.
He,
I
he,
blocked
faint,
you
he
on all
fainted.
social media.
I think I kind of blocked it out because I
He
think I
blacked
caught
out.
myself immediately and like corrected, but like that was it was not great.
He blocked out
Tough.
that memory because it
Yeah.
was too
I don't blame
it was
him.
too much for him to
Just too
handle.
triggering.
It's like
Are you okay, Gypsy?
why couldn't I have said like, well, I get, I guess saying "kiss me" probably would have been better than mixing up the other two, where I would have said "bite my ass." But I don't know.
I have one, if I may.
Yes.
When I was a kid, I mean, I've said to everyone before that I'm autistic, so I'm often in my head, and it was really much worse when I was a kid. I was really in another planet, another world, and I was at this boarding school run by a religious community, and they had a special speaker coming in because they had done the missionary work with him. Speaker in question was Desmond Tutu. You might be familiar with him. He's a Nobel Prize winner. He's one of the biggest civil rights icons of the 80s and 90s. He died a few months ago, and he came to our school. One of the most famous person in the world came to our school, and he has this really peculiar French accent and this voice, like he was talking like that, and he was coming from Atapame, and in my head it was so fucking funny that he was talking, and I was mimicking him in my head, and I started mimicking him aloud. I started saying
Oh
the
no.
word Atapame aloud, and everybody stopped and he looked at me and he said,
Oh,
"This is
no.
good." I said, "You're doing a good one." I was like, I mean, one of the greatest civil rights icon of the world. I made fun of him, and he thought I was funny. So, yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. I only got recess. Well, not recess. I got 1 hour in detention for that, but it was pretty embarrassing. So I've learned to get out of my head
The
and
real
really,
punishment was the cringe I felt for years later.
yeah. Your own embarrassment is your own punishment because most people don't even remember these things. You remember something stupid that you did for 30 years, and it's going to keep you awake 30 years later,
Right.
thinking that everybody remembers that, but nobody even remembers your name. So nobody
Yeah.
thinks about that at all. But in your head, it's still fresh.
That tells me he probably has had other people do that to him, or well, obviously not now, but like
His
in the
voice
time.
was so peculiar that yes,
Yeah,
probably
that's
did
probably
happen a
why he was
lot.
like, "Oh, that's a good one." Like it's like
Right.
this isn't the first rodeo.
But he was such a nice man that it's embarrassing to make fun of him to begin with, but do it in
Right.
front of whole school publicly and in his face. It was really stupid on my part.
I don't
And then
know if
everyone
it's
stopped and clapped.
yeah, everyone stood up. I
Yeah.
That's a
don't
great
know
one.
if this is embarrassing. I don't know if it's kind of more of a dumbass moment from my time, but it was during elementary as well, and my mom very rare occasions my mom sends me like Burger King for lunch, and one of the times they were doing a promotion where like they give you like a scratchy, and whichever side you scratch first is like it's kind of like a 50-50 scratch. So like if you scratch one side that has the prize, then you win that. And whereas if you scratch the wrong side, then you don't win the prize. One of the things I have won from that was like a iPod. Uh, yeah, I think it was like an iPod, like the shuffle ones, not the iPhones,
Mhm.
but like the iPod
Those
things.
square things.
The original
Yeah,
before the phone. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that you were supposed to keep that in order to to send it send it in. So I just
Oh,
threw the whole thing out, and I
Win.
after that I would I went
you
to tell
fool of a
I went to
joke.
tell my mom, I won an iPod. It's like, oh cool, where's the prize? Or where's the ticket? I was like, oh, I threw that out. She was like, what?
Oh no,
No.
God.
But
that's
yeah,
sad.
she'll never let that
That's
down.
rough.
I just
I could have
figured
been
that
one of the
like
cooler
I
kids.
don't know. I was very young, but I just figured that like once you win it, then it's just already gonna be sent over.
I
Like
get that. It makes
as if they
sense.
know which ticket is being handed out.
Yeah, there's a radio
Yeah.
chip that goes off, and it's like,
Yeah, there's a
there
chip
he is.
inside.
Well, at least you still
We
got into
found the
music.
Ticketmaster.
Yeah. Yeah. We ended up having an iPod later on anyway, but it wasn't free.
But you could have had it sooner.
What
Yeah.
could have been?
Dallas, you
What could
fool.
have been?
You would have maybe become a different type of musician altogether. Maybe you would have
Yeah,
had like
would
a
probably would
Yeah.
have been like a butterfly effect.
Sliding doors.
Right.
Yeah.
uh
See, the
uh
worst thing that I can think of is I'm not super into sports. I used to play football a lot when I was younger, all the way up to like sophomore year in high school. And once I once I quit playing football, I was still hanging out with my teammates, and like they were super into it, super into sports. I don't really give a shit. And they were talking about some bad game that happened. I don't really remember. I've repressed this, but I laughed at one of the jokes they made, and they all just kind of like chuckled and then looked at me and they're like, "What are you laughing at? Do you know what we're talking about?" And I had to stare them in the face and say, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, I just laughed because you were laughing. I'm gonna go crawl in a hole."
Don't worry, I do that too.
oh
I
yeah.
mean, it's like smile and nod. It's like the same concept. Like, ah, it is.
Exactly. No,
Smile
I
and
got called
wave.
out for it.
Oh yeah, that would be terrible.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot though. Like I just like zone out while people are talking to me. And then by the end they'll like ask me something about it. I'm like I have no idea
You're like,
what they were talking about for the past 3 minutes.
yeah, totally. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did
I
that on
absorbed
one of the
every
past
single
episodes.
knowledge.
Yeah, I did.
Was it?
Where it's like a kind of a rhetorical well, it's like especially when they ask you like like a rhetorical question, and it's just like something that's not a yes or no. Like, where
Right.
was that place you got that from? And you just be like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are like some of the little embarrassing things that happens. But that's just my main embarrassing thing is because I easily zone out. Like
Yeah.
like they mention something. Like here's my thought process. They like say uh like they talk about it's like they say, oh, so when I was on a biking trip, and I think about, oh, biking trips, they sound fun. I remember being on the bike all the time. I remember when my dad pushed me down the hill and I broke my leg from it. Now
Oh,
I remember, and then my train of thought goes into that
Yeah.
for like 10 minutes, and then they're like 20 topics ahead.
Right. Exactly.
I was still thinking about the bike.
Yep.
Dallas,
can
what do you think
never
of the
get
nuclear
over the
Relatable.
bike.
Yeah, I think we should head
Oh
on
God,
over
cat!
to what?
My cat. She's assaulting me.
Oh no.
Yeah, nice. You know,
Nice.
I don't know
Play
your
Harambe.
strength.
Harambe. Keep Harambe away from the cat.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
worry, I got a jar over the
Is it
Harambe.
attacking Harambe or you?
Me, I'm on my bed. Harambe is being covered by a jar, so no dust gets on the clay.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Good.
Keep Harambe safe, no matter
Yes.
what. Don't need
Harambe
another
clay.
tragedy.
Oh.
But yeah, let's speaking of funny things, how about we do a funny activity? If you guys go over to your the episode topic channel, you see that I posted a link. We're gonna read over the entire steamed ham script
Oh my god.
together.
No.
This was your idea?
Yeah,
of
this
this?
was my idea.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna
Oh,
do it.
boy.
So like we're gonna be like do a line at a time,
Okay.
and we'll do it by in order of who is here first and who is here last, more recent. So I'm number 1, Gypsy's number 2, Tony's number 3, Ashley's number 4, Anthony's 5, and Emilia's 6.
This
Cool.
is
So
What
shitty
about-
for
remember
Ashley,
your
'cause
remember your numbers.
This is 2 guys who have deep voices. So that's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
shitty for Ashley. I'm sorry, but it's not fair.
This could be the most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
You might have a chance. You might get a chance to do the Seymour's mom line. So
Oh no.
there's
Can I
that.
just be the narrator?
No,
What about
unfortunately,
Riley?
there's
There is no narrator.
Yeah,
Well,
Riley
there's
gets
like the little
to-
action shots. Principal Skinner exits into the kitchen. That's me.
Stage directions.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll do the directions then.
Well, because
Okay,
like,
well-
yeah, I guess we can do that. Yeah, because there's not enough spaces for people. There's the theme song, which could be someone, and Skinner and Chalmers, and then the mom, but like, and then all the action stuff. But that's only 5, so it's not enough for everyone.
Yeah, I think we just do a line like this first line, and then Gypsy does the next line, and then
Okay, so does the
Tony
line?
does the line after,
Okay, here's a question.
and then
about
Ashley
for
does the
lines. Does it keep going for like the whole like box of dialogue, or is it just like one line and then you give it to someone else?
the whole the dialogue. Like you get the whole
Whole
like
dialogue.
Well,
the
'cause
whole
I'm thinking
dialogue
with,
that the
like,
person's
theme
saying.
song- the theme song later obviously has like 4 lines. So I didn't know if that was getting split up into 4 different people or. If,
No, that's all one person.
okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So does everyone understand the rules of this?
We have
I
to
think-
sing the theme song because I don't remember.
I have
Whoever
never
has
seen this episode,
well,
so I
whoever
have
has-
literally no idea what we're
okay,
doing.
that's perfect. So whoever has that line, they can sing if they want to.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so let's get started. I'll go first.
All right.
Doorbell rings.
Well, Seymour, I made it despite your directions.
Oh yeah, it's my
uh,
turn. Superintendent Chalmers, welcome.
Chalmers, yeah.
I hope you're prepared for an unforgettable luncheon.
And then it's Ashley next.
Did it? Yeah.
Oh my god.
That actually the line. I feel like that's not the line.
Yeah.
It's good
And,
enough.
No,
And then
you did it fine. You said it exactly how it's written. I just meant like whoever wrote it. I don't know if you said it.
All right, and then Anthony, you say the
Directions.
What do I do? I do
direction.
direction? Oh, direction. Principal Skinner exits into the kitchen.
Gasp! Oh, egads! My roast is ruined. But what if I were to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own cooking? Oh, ho, 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 ho. Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
Principal Skinner takes off his apron and opens the window. He pulls the legs over the window, attempting to step aside. Before he can leave, Superintendent Chalmers enters the kitchen.
Theme song, yes!
Yeah, you get the theme song.
Tony,
My brain did not register that. I'm the theme
sorry.
song?
Yeah,
yeah,
you get the whole
Yes.
theme song. My line was just So,
I'm going to butcher this so badly for you guys. Skinner with his crazy explanations. The superintendent's gonna need his medication. When he hears Skinner's lame exaggerations, there'll be trouble in town tonight.
It cut off. But
Yeah, it cut off for me too. All I heard was C and then it cut off.
Seymour.
Sorry. Can
There you
I
go.
do this one? I'm sorry, I got to do this one. Seymour. I love that episode.
All right,
Yes.
you're
Sorry,
next.
Ashley, it's yours. Sorry.
No, you're good. You killed it.
Yeah, she already did it.
So
We have both texts, so it's fine.
So
So,
I'm
Anthony,
after
you're next.
Ashley, right?
yeah, you
Yeah.
keep going then.
Okay.
There you go.
Superintendent, I was just stretching my calves on the windowsill. Isometric exercise. Care to join?
Why is there smoke coming out of your oven, Seymour?
Oh, that isn't smoke. It's steam. Steam from the steamed clams we're having. Steamed clams.
Superintendent Chalmers exits the kitchen.
Principal Skinner leaves the kitchen from the windowsill and runs across the road into Krusty Burger to purchase hamburgers.
Superintendent, I hope you're ready for mouth-watering hamburgers.
No, I thought we were having steamed clams.
No, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers.
You call hamburgers steamed hams?
My brain broke. Yes, it's a regional dialect.
Uh-huh. What region?
Upstate New York.
Really? Well, I'm from Utica, and I've
Yeah.
never heard anyone use the phrase steamed hams.
Oh, not in Utica. No, it's an Albany expression.
I see.
Superintendent Chalmers takes a bite from the hamburger, also known as steamed hams.
You know, these hamburgers are quite similar to the ones they have at Krusty Burger.
Oh, no. Patented Skinner burgers. Whole family recipe.
For steamed hams?
Yes.
Yes, and you call them steamed hams, despite the fact that they are obviously grilled.
You know, the one thing excuse me for 1 second.
Of course.
Principal Skinner leaves the table and opens the kitchen door, walking inside. As the door swings open, it is clear that the kitchen is on fire. He walks back out and yawns.
Oh, well, that was wonderful. A good time was had by all. Oh, I'm pooped.
Yes, I should be.
Superintendent Chalmers notices the fire through the swinging kitchen door.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora Borealis?
Borealis, at this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
Principal Skinner leads Superintendent Chalmers outside.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no.
You got it.
Seymour, the house is on fire.
Oh, mother, it's just the northern lights.
Well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, but I must say, you steam a good ham.
Superintendent Chalmers starts to walk away. Principal Skinner stands in front of his burning house.
Help! Help!
There we go. That's the end of steam hams.
Whoever did the British accent, that was brilliant.
There we go. That was great. I think
I've
we
never
did
seen
good.
this thing fully. I've only seen the memed versions of it.
Oh my god, I've seen it so many times. And it's like
It is
I
funny
wouldn't
by
call it when
itself.
this one aired. I think the episode was called 22 Short Films About Springfield,
yeah.
a parody of a Canadian movie called 22 Short Films About Glenn Gould. God, I'm old.
I understand all the references.
We should do Cletus, the Slag Jawed Yokel next. On the same episode. Cletus, the Slag Jawed Yokel.
Oh
we
yes,
have
I remember
the,
that one, yeah.
I
We
might
have that
conveniently
geared
have
up
the
earlier.
flu that episode.
It passed on in the
Yes.
in the server.
Can't believe it. Riley, what have you done?
Yeah.
Super contagious.
He spread it through the mic into the other mics.
That's what they
You
call a
should do that
computer
regularly.
virus.
That was damn fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes,
The only
I was-
problem we're going to run into is if we wait till we get too many people, then everyone's going to have a single line.
Yeah.
Just
The
spreadsheet.
last episode we
who
do
goes
the
when.
movie
Be a whole episode of like
The
a
entire
play,
B movie.
because
Oh no, Craig bought.
I told you we do have a new co-host, obviously. So what's up with you? What's your life like that brought you here to us?
Oh wow. Well,
Why are you here?
There's a lot of there's a lot to unpack there, but there's a lot of wiggle room for you to just decide whatever the hell you want to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
no. So I gotta confess, I listen to a lot of podcasts, but there's this one meme that I've seen floating around the internet for a while now, and I do it to my wife all the time. It's a meme. It's basically making fun of people who are being interviewed on podcasts where they get asked a question and their response is like 4 minutes of them padding out, where it's like, oh, thank you for the question. That is such a good question. And now, before I answer that, I have to talk about just how well you delivered that question to me. And I promise I will get to that. I've done that for like 2 weeks to my wife. Every day she asks me a question like, hey, have you fed the dogs? Thank you for asking me if I fed the animals. I will tell you that here in a minute.
That's
So
pretty
you
good.
asked me right now, like, hey, what's up with you? And I was like, well, that's a very good question. I will get to that here in a moment. And in theory, and technically, I did just doing that with this whole thing. No, my name is Emilio. I'm 24. I'm wife and a child. I don't really do that many things because of COVID. That sucks. I have to take it a little bit more serious because some of the strains can affect my child, and if that happens, well, I'm just gonna be mad. Um, for my job, I locate utility lines, which is the paint and flags on the ground that you'll see. Every color means something different. What brought me here is that I was just kind of perusing through Reddit, and I saw, I think it was Dallas's post on host r/co-host and guest. I
Yep.
was like, well, hang on a second. Whenever I saw the name Too Many Co-hosts, I was like, hang on, that sounds very funny. So I looked into it and I was giggling to myself for like 2 hours, just thinking about how in like 30 weeks there's gonna be too many people to do introductions.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be like, hey guys, I'm my name's Dallas. I'm here to introduce everyone. Everybody say hi. And then there's like a very short snippet of like 35 people saying hey all
Yeah.
at once.
That's all that we have.
You know, that's actually, that's a good idea actually. Came up, and it's just doing, instead of just me doing the outro, we just all do the outro at once.
Oh yeah, oh
We
yeah,
just have
we've
a
done that a
script in
couple
the
of times.
Discord.
We've done that a couple times on like this other podcast Dallas and I have been
Yeah,
on. And
we just do
it was
our own
pretty funny,
intros
actually.
all at once.
Yeah, I like the. Yeah, that's the thing too. All right, so yeah, the outro of like not everyone saying the same thing. Like they all just decide what the hell they want to do on the outro, and then we do a count to 3, and then just everyone's
Yes, that'll be
like,
perfect.
yeah,
That's
it's pretty
even
good.
better. Or
Yeah,
like
I
the
don't.
idea of just, hey guys, I'm person one, and then here's person two, and then they talk a little bit, and then the entire hour and a half podcast is just introductions and like, all right, well,
Yeah.
now you know everybody. Bye.
Yeah.
Come back next week for the same thing.
Come back next time for the exact same thing.
Skip to the last 5 seconds where you hear somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could do. You know what you could do? Like the more we do this podcast, obviously, you could start doing like super cuts of like every intro ever.
Oh, yeah.
Just volume 1, every intro ever from like episode 1 on.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Like these ideas coming in. That's the nice thing, is that there's more people, and therefore there'll be more ideas from these people
Yeah.
and more content.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. Less work off my hands. Okay.
So you think?
Yeah.
Then the problem just comes with everybody actually being able to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Which actually we had a lot more people show up than I thought we would.
Yeah, that's true.
Consistently.
We just gotta break that. We just gotta break that 8 number. That's been quite a curse for us. Just couldn't get to 8. Promise we will. We definitely will next time.
Eventually.
I mean, technically we didn't make it to 7 this time.
Yeah. I
Well,
disagree.
sorry,
I'm right
Riley.
here.
Yeah, Riley made a guest appearance
The
as
G Willikers, yeah. Don't forget about me.
Riley, so nice to
Yes.
have you on.
G Willikers. So thank you. I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't get to take my part in the Steam Ham script.
Well,
Jeez Louise.
don't worry about that. Next time, Riley. Next time.
And I'm very sad I didn't get my part either, but I was too
Just
busy.
careful. Don't spread the flu to me, please. Please. I have imaginary children. Please don't.
I have
an
imaginary
wife.
children. Like they're gonna die from the imaginary
Please,
flu.
they're in pristine condition.
I like the idea that you imagine children, but then you have to imagine them as fragile as well.
I'll make sure they're not.
You're going down with the flu.
They have very low immune system.
Have you ever imagined?
I would have killed them.
It's like he used Dungeons and Dragons dice to create his children's character arc, and he got really bad number for their immunity.
My God.
So
It
anything.
reminds
Just roll
me-
once for every stat.
Every step. I mean, man.
Little Timmy, I'm a fragile child, but I have a patron who gives me all this magic power. Please don't sneeze on me. I might die.
So
I'm
you,
deathly ill.
so he here has played Dungeons and Dragons.
I have not.
I played every Saturday.
I
I
always wanted
play.
to, but I
Oh,
don't
wow.
understand it. I just don't get it.
The
I
I
don't
play
duality.
every
understand how it
Friday.
Yeah, I played it once. I all I got from it is that it's a lot of imagination that takes part of it, I believe.
It's a whole lot of fun, but it's yes, and yes, a whole lot of imagination.
Yes,
Uh,
and
Uh,
yes.
yes,
I
and
made the
yes.
whole game up.
Yeah, because I'm coming in from a DM's point of view because I DM a game for my wife and my brother-in-law every Friday when we have the time. So on my end, on the DM side, it is a lot of imagination and a lot of studying how economy works and like layouts of city systems. Um,
Yeah.
it's a ton of fun. I really love playing D&D. Really, any sort of tabletop RPGs.
You end up in
Um,
a sewer and you see a giant rat before you. What do you do?
Plug the sewer system.
All right, roll, you die.
All right, hold on. I got my dice somewhere.
Yeah.
All
You
right,
gotta
I
get,
got
you gotta
my
get at least a 12.
I got
Otherwise
my
it's
set
Yeah,
right
I got
here.
the dice app.
I rolled a
I have
12
it.
exactly. Or do I
Oh,
have
you're
any
good.
modifiers? Is this strength based?
Hold on, mine's still loading.
I don't know anything about D&D, so
Here,
Hold on,
is it the 20 side dice?
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I got a 16.
I got 7.
okay.
Dallas, you
So
drank.
Dallas was not able to do it, but the other two were. So.
Nice. Cool.
Cool. Love
I
this
take
game.
out the bag of
Yeah,
holding and
this
just rip
this
out
game's
as many
fun.
logs as possible.
Yeah, we definitely love to do a too many co-hosts edition of Dungeons and Dragons.
You know, you'd have to call it too many dungeons.
You know what? Too
I
many
love that you
dungeons.
couldn't get through that.
Just add a
The
dungeon
world
for
is your
every
dungeon.
playthrough.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a medieval version of your theme song.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I will definitely do that. I
A
was
lot of fun.
thinking, I was thinking about the D&D this morning while I was getting ready. I was like trying to think out if I were the dungeon master, how would I kind of make the world? I I think I would rather make it very similar to Newfoundland and have it very Skyrim themed, and just have Skyrim music playing in the background while I do the thing.
Totally viable. I've seen
I
a
hear.
lot of people on Reddit do that.
Call it Newfoundland.
Must be my imagination.
Yeah, call it yeah, I guess we call it Too Many Dungeons.
What was that place earlier? Saskatchewan or something? You could have it just said in Polar Bear Land or whatever the fuck you guys
that'll be the DLC portion.
Polar Bear Land.
Polar Bear Land.
It's where Bjorn, the thrall straggler, comes from.
But yeah, can't wait for that. That'll be fun. Who would want to be? I guess I would have to be the dungeon master, right? Since I kind of run it.
If you wanted
Well,
to, I
yeah.
have a couple of years experience.
Okay.
And maybe if
Experience
anybody
might
else,
be helpful.
Yeah, I would rather give it to someone who has experience because I have only played it once.
Play with you.
Yes.
I
We'll
think
definitely
it'd
have to
be
do
fun.
it on a day that
And if
works.
we could do it like D&D Beyond or something, it'd be easier for
Mm.
everybody.
Oh, now you're just getting me excited, guys.
D&D
Got me all
Beyond,
rattled up.
Well, then
Boundary,
people don't have to do like
Visual
math and stuff.
20.
You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I'm so
Wait, tell me you
excited.
rolled
If
low
you
on the math stat.
if you'd like to see us do a D&D what's it called? I can't even think of a
campaign.
A campaign.
campaign or show or live stream of it.
No, just campaign.
Yeah, okay. If you'd like us to do a
No,
campaign,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
if you'd like us to do something D&D related, leave a like in the video and leave a comment and do just say we want D&D and then
Quickly make duplicate
just at
accounts.
least one person say it and then we'll do it.
Yeah,
Just one person.
yeah, throw on the hashtag too many dungeons.
Yeah.
You're starting to sound like that one person who's like, "Oh my god, guys, do you like dare me to go like eat this sock?" Like, "Oh my god, stop!" No.
Oh, please.
I mean, I
Somebody's
guess I
better
could if you
stop
really dare
me.
I would never
Look.
want to do this, but like I'll do any dare.
I mean, you
And
guys are
like
being so
nobody
pushy.
even mentioned it. Nobody even
Exactly.
dared her.
It's the same guy who's like, "Oh, where's my hug?"
Ugh,
That's
cringe.
Dude,
Now
that's
The
now
visual
that's
picture that we saw Ashley give.
now that's an embarrassing moment.
Are you people huggers? I mean, I won't hug like random strangers, but like if it's like
I
family
hug.
or friends.
I know you're a
try to go
kisser for sure.
okay.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
saying this from experience,
Hey.
aren't
You're not supposed to. There's literally a phrase for that. Don't kiss and tell. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, come on.
Bro.
Kiss first, ask questions later. I don't know. But yeah, I think we're almost at the hour mark. Is there anything you want to plug in, Amelia? Anything you'd like to promote, or anything that someone would like to get to see more of you?
Yeah. So I have a brand going on. It's not monetized. It is just my username everywhere. If you want to follow me on Tumblr, TikTok, and Instagram, it is sexiest chalupa ever, all one word. And if you care about Twitter, I made a Twitter forever ago. I don't ever use it. It is just sexiest chalupa because the ever could not fit.
Do you still use the Tumblr
Yeah,
frequently? That's crazy.
it's the only one that isn't being run into the ground.
Yeah, I guess so. I haven't used it since like, oh gosh, like 2016.
It's not
I
being
know.
run into the ground because it was already ran into the ground. They just
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dust is settled.
I've been locked in and I refuse to leave.
Yeah.
Let's
Man,
see,
I did used to have a Tumblr phase though in like 2014 ish, and those were great
Sounds about right.
great times. People were funny back then.
Where did the funny
not
go?
funny anymore?
Where did the funny go? I wonder.
Quality
Where
has
did
dropped.
the funny go?
But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. I guess we'll do the I guess we should do the our new outro where everyone talks at once.
Yeah, I hope this is a staple because like having done it in the past has been funny. So I think it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, let's do our all outro at count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time over at the co-host. Leave a like, and comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week with a new co-host.
Mother's Day, not when this comes
Everybody
And happy
needs
Mother's
to
Day.
meet their own Florida man.
Yeah,